Okay, very good. Let's see here. We have here, let's see. Okay. So let's go to our. So again, I put this on the website, so you don't have to do anything. Okay. So we'll go ahead and look at this window that God is showing us today. This has been on the site for a while, so you may have seen it, but I'm just going to share it with you again for those of you who have not seen it and explain it. So we go to the exponent of the 19th Gaussian Mersenne Prime. And as we've known this for a while, the exponent of the 19th Gaussian Mersenne Prime is 353. 353, as we discussed it before, is the frequencies of Ha plus Meme in Surah 42. And 353rd happy prime is 17911. Okay? 17911. The Emirp of 17911 is 11971. And this, the index of this happens to be 729. It happens to be 729 Gaussian prime, as you see here. But 729 prime is 5519. And remember now, 5519 is the concatenation of the number 19 and the 19th semi-prime, which is 55. Okay? But 5519th composite happens to be 6346. 6346 happens to be the total number of verses, including the 112 unnumbered opening statements in the entire Quran. Okay? Remember, there are 6,234 verses that are numbered. There are 112 of them that are not numbered, and those are those Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and they are unnumbered. So if you add 112 to 6234, you're going to get 6346, and that's what this generates here. Okay? That's what 353 actually generates. It happens to be the exponent of the 19th Gaussian Mersenne Prime. This could not have been done in 2001 because these numbers were not available. We didn't know about these numbers. We didn't know about the 19th Gaussian Mersenne Prime, the 19th one, which is the exponent of that number. We didn't know about this. So it could not be explained then. We had to wait until 2010 or 2011 or something like that. I forget which one, but anyway. And then these all falls into place. Okay? Like this beautiful mosaic, and it falls into place, and the picture takes shape. And this picture, as I said, is a heavenly view that God is showing us. Okay? And then we just go about our business and thinking about our own things and having our own ideas and all kinds of stuff. Okay? Instead of following God's commandments, instructions, and just try to say, look, I hear and obey. I don't want reasons for this and that, the others, why God said this or that. Doesn't matter. Okay? Just follow Him. Then God will teach you why when the time comes. Verse 55:19 in the Quran, Surah Rahman, verse 19 happens to be a prime number verse because 19 is a prime number. Okay? So the assignment of that prime number verse happens to be 1273. So the 1273rd prime number verse in the Quran is 55:19. But 1273, which is actually 19 times 67, 67 times 19, but 67 also happens to be the 19th prime number. Okay. So 1273rd mention of the word God is in verse 9127. Okay. 729th quad prime is 45:59. Surah 44 has 59 verses. It's Dakhan, remember? The smoke? Okay. (44:59) composite happens to be 5145, and 5145 composite is actually 59:24, and Surah 59 has 24 verses. Okay. Now look what happens here. See this one, Surah 44 has 59 verses. Surah 59 here, okay, has 24 verses. But this surah actually, the number 59 happens to be the 17th prime number. Okay? So to me, what it does actually is 17 rakat, 24 hours a day. Okay, you see how it's arranged? But let's look at 51:45, which is actually connecting 44:59 to 59:24. 59:45 actually is verse 59:21 in the Quran. Chapter 59, verse 21 is 45th verse in the Quran. And now remember what it says. It says that had we revealed this Quran to a mountain, you'll see it crumbling. From reference for God. Okay. Then God said, this is how we bring these examples for you that people may think. Okay. So here, this number has 5 prime factors. And I've written it in this way, 3 times 7 times 7 times 5 times 7. Okay. Well, why don't we write it 3 times 5 times 7 times 7 times 7? That would be in ascending order, wouldn't it? Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it won't work that way. And there's a reason that I've written in that. With indices of these are 2, 4, 4, 3, 4, and those are the 5 daily contact prayers that we do. Okay? So you see how that verse that says, had we revealed this Quran to a mountain? Okay, the mountain crumbles. Had this Quran, it was revealed to a mountain. It was meant for a mountain. Okay. But it wasn't. It was meant for us, and we rejected. Okay. So here, we go down a little bit. So note the order of factors, 3, 7, 7, 5, 7. The reason for that is 17 times 2,221. Okay. 2,221 happens to be 67 super prime. That means its index is also prime. The index of this prime number 2221 is actually 331, but 331 happens to be the 67 super prime, 67 prime. So this one is the index of the index. Okay. So that's 67 super prime. Now let's see what happens. The word salat is mentioned 67 times in the Quran. And there are 17 daily units of salat, and that these numbers are speaking to. I mean, how else God is going to talk to us? And we show this, and they keep canceling the contact prayers. God says when they do that, you have nothing in common with them. Okay, we just read it. Okay. So, do you like to know this, or you don't want to know this? Do you want to know why you're doing this? Or you don't want to do it? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Do I want to know this, or I don't want to know this? Do I want to be ignorant of these facts? Worried about this political issue and that political issue and all kinds of stuff? Okay? Is that what we want to be? So we have to be very careful. I mean, the reason I read those verses is that once you see those kind of things, you do not follow it. Okay? You do not follow their wishes. That's what God says. Don't do this. Gravitate towards knowledge and enlightenment. Gravitate towards something which makes sense to you. Ask why. If he doesn't, God says, I have given you these sights and the hearing and the eyesight and the hearing and the brain. Okay? And we are responsible for using them. We cannot just blindly go follow somebody and continue doing that while, as I said, these heavenly windows, these heavenly pictures are being shown to us. And there's a reason for doing this. We are indebted to God for giving us this information. This is a huge blessing that we have. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and we'll go ahead and let's close